a feed in the middle of the neutral zone. Battling for it along the boards. Great heads-up play to poke it away in the offensive end. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. His reflexes.
Savalsky for EA Sports. This should be a fun one. EA SHL club action set to go down.
The time for talk, the time for hype's over. It's time to drop the puck now. Put the chatter aside, the puck is dropped. Here we go. Good hit on the play. The Comets have the puck in the corner. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up.
Never forget sitting in the dressing room before a game and everyone's talking about physically engaging early, sending a very clean message. Well, that hit there, that is the response the coach wants. Get out there, be physically imposing on your opponent.
And they win the face-off and set up to go on the attack. Headman pass. Bratislava's got the puck. The Comets going to work on offense. Helsinki's going to play it from the corner. From the point. We got a whistle. Penalty coming up. The Oldies are going to be penalized for a boarding call here.
Hey, you're allowed to finish your check, but when your opponent's in a vulnerable or compromised position, you got to lay up.
Well, as both teams dig in for the face-off here, just moments away, it's our first opportunity to look at the power play unit here.
Their first power play opportunity of the game. They also have an opportunity to get ahead of their opponent here and lead this game for the first time. They've got to zip that puck around the perimeter and get the defense chasing outside the dots. If they can do that, they can attack the net.
They score! The go-ahead goal comes short-handed.
This is why you play the game, James. This is not how it's supposed to happen. This is a real deflator for the power play unit. Now they've got some work to do, but man, the other side, there's a ton of momentum going now.
Bratislava's got the game's first goal here in the first, and perfect road approach, right? Silence the crowd, Cheryl.
Well, yeah, and you got to start with some energy, and you got to get your lines into the game right away, and that's exactly what they did. They were like a wave of momentum, and they capitalized on their opportunity.
Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up. You better be good in small spaces, and you can't get out of the way of this thunderous hit, though, because it was lined up perfectly here, James. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he finished right through the wall.
Helsinki's power play is up, goes off the crossbar, off the post, and stays out of the net.
Ale has had a tough time around the net tonight, James. It's hitting the bar. He's got to find a way to cash in. You know, with his hands, at some point, if he gets the opportunity, he's going to put it in. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional. Certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. We got a 1-0 game to this point. Tries to get it over to Pareda. Lays into the body on the play. Big hit, and that frees up possession. And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. Here's a pass in front. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. On the attack along the boards. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Grabs control of it at the point. Feeds it over. Lays the body. Nice zone entry on the left side. Play whistle dead, offside the call.
One of the most difficult things to do in hockey is manage the pulse of the game. And when you're trailing, you got to find ways to get back in it, to fuel, to ignite yourself, to push and dictate pace. Well, that hit right there is sending a very clear message that they're still in it.
Puck scooped up by Velez.
Beretta's so effective in the O-zone. I mean, he knows how to put the puck to the net. He got the go-ahead goal earlier, and now he's looking for more.
Looks to set up along the point. One-timer! Denies him with the save. Walters moves the puck. Gains the zone along the right wall. Crunches them into the boards. Here they come on the attack. Moves the pass in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. Helsinki's got it in their own zone. Across the line, down the left wall. Handles the puck. LA's going to play it against the half wall. Walters will play it to the corner. The Oldies take it across the line. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Feeds it down low. Pareda's got the puck. Sends it out in front. Great defensive play to picking up ahead of steam on the breakaway. Oh, it just kind of muffles that one.
Well, he because he's in tight. And when you're in tight... Oh, hold on, James. Looks like there's going to be a call right there.
And they score!
They score on the delayed penalty, James, so that's going to negate their power play, but looks like they didn't need it. I love that he fights for his space here to be able to get to an area where he has a little bit of time to get the one-timer off. He knows it's got to get off in a hurry, and he puts it in the back of the net.
And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up.
It really is amazing to watch him maintain possession of this puck while his opponent is on him. I mean, they're pushing him, they're shoving, they're doing everything they can. But he's resilient, he's got a willingness to his game, but he's also got power. Power, you can see it in his lower half and the balance and coordination it takes to get this puck to the net.
Bratislava's got a hold of the puck. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Nice poke check. Takes the feed from his own end.
That's how you get north in a hurry.
Oh, what a save on the play!
Oh, such an athletic save, James. I mean, that's just all about competing, finding a way to get to the puck.
Drills him. We got a penalty coming up here on the play. Paredes going off for interference.
He is such a dangerous penalty killer, James, and now he's on the other side of it. He's in the penalty box, so they're going to have to figure out how to kill it off without him available.
Helsinki's power play unit puts their hard hats on as they go back to work.
Power play chance right here and an opportunity to redeem themselves after that shorty they gave up earlier.
Inside the final minute of the first here. Puck grab by Ty. There's another hit, and you get a sense that this is a game plan to go after him tonight here, Cheryl.
Well, he certainly has a bullseye or target on his back, James.
Showing off for Edgeworth there. Slides the puck down low. Taken by Melez. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. That's it for period number one. Second period action coming up in moments here on EA Sports. We are about ready to get underway here for the second period. The Oldies start with possession here as they open up shorthanded. Here's a chance in front. And they'll go on the attack after that turnover.
Paredes' penalty is almost expired.
And that was a good heads-up read to make that save. He says, let's get physical on that play. The Oldies looking against the half wall. Scores! And they're cooking now.
The opponent has no answer for them right now because they're relentless on the puck. They've garnered some momentum after multiple back-to-back goals, James. They don't want to leave any breathing room and let their opponent get some life back.
Lots of time left in this period. Bratislava's got a 3-goal lead. Helsinki's got it in their own zone. Receives the pass. Big time hit on the play.
Well, she had the spacing, and then she knew exactly how she was going to throw this hit. It's thunderous there, James. But I love the instincts here to recognize what her team needs to to gain that puck back.
He got all of that hit on the play.
Beretta's going to have to keep his head up throughout this game. No one liked that play earlier that injured their player. The crowd is frustrated, including the bench. He'll have to be aware when that puck's on his stick.
Takes the feed at center and moves forward. Stoppage in play as we get an offside.
So the bench just erupts with that thunderous hit there, James. I mean, she knew exactly where she was going with that one. It was all about intention and purpose to lay her opponent out and get the puck.
Helsinki's won the faceoff at center. The Comets will play it in their own end. And that's off a stick. Moves it quickly over to LA. Oh, look out against the wall.
Well, and this is done perfectly, James. No stop sign here. You know, you're not doing it on the numbers. A nice, clean hit. And everyone on the bench erupts with that one, knowing that not only do they gain the puck, but a message-sending hit along the wall.
Shot! And she blocks it.
Well, it was from such an area, a grade A scoring chance. I don't even think she thought. She just had instincts, relied on him, and got in front of it.
Still lots of time left in the period. 3-0 is where we sit. One team really enjoying this night. The other, not so much. Winds up from the point. Tremendous sacrifice of the body there. And he coughs it up with the pass. And he snags that one with the glove. Slides it across. Big chest save as he gobbled that one up with the trapper. I don't think anybody was hanging onto the puck after that hit. And now he moves it quickly to Pareda. Icing is the call. We'll get a reset. Face-off coming up, and Cheryl, a critical one at that for both sides here.
Well, you know that the goaltender is extremely fatigued. I mean, just look at the last shift. I mean, in their own zone, finding ways to get the puck out. And, of course, the opponent just owning play, hemming them in, and finding ways to get the puck to the net. So they got to continue that.
Well, they needed something, and that clearly was something, Cheryl.
That certainly was. And there's some pushback that they're going to need to live because they got to get closer than within two if they want to find a way back in this game.
The Comets desperately needed that one here.
They did, and one of the key elements for them to have success is to support the puck. Feel like they've been isolated a lot in this game, but a lot of runway left over a period to play in order to get back in.
Shakes himself free. Right in the low slot. Comes up with the stop. Along the half wall with the puck. Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he picks it off. Look out, here they come on the attack. Scoops up the puck now. Just off the post.
Alea's got to be so frustrated, James. He's hit the bar a number of times tonight just when he thinks it's going to go in. Here's the medal.
Quick pass to Ty. And here's the pass to LA. There's the collision, and look who's hit again.
Well, he's been a punching bag tonight, James. He's going to have to find a way to get out of the way.
Grabbed along the board by Pareda. And the puck's kicked free. Pushes it across to LA. Sends it to the middle. And that's stopped. She handles the feed. Now a quick pass to Pareda. Can't get a hold of that pass. Sends it over. And he lowers the boom.
That's a huge hit. It's message sending, James. I mean, you want your opponent to hear footsteps, right? Be looking on either side and making sure that you're wearing them down. He does exactly that with that huge hit.
Helsinki's got the puck along the boards. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. And there's the save. Helsinki's trailing here late in the second period despite being the more active team offensively. Walters won the draw, and they'll start off on the attack. That's using the body on the block. Bratislava's moving it into the offensive end. Shot! Turns it aside with the save. Bratislava's got a hold of the puck. Sends the pass over. Oh, he needed to make that save with time winding down. And with that, 2 periods now in the books. Been a great night of hockey here on EA Sports, and we got the 3rd period coming at you in moments. And we are just moments away from the start of the 3rd period. And the puck is dropped, and we are underway here in the 3rd. Oh, a clutch save! There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. Lots of time left in this period. The Oldies have been getting solid offensive contributions, leading 3-1. Bratislava's taken possession in their own end. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. He got all of that one. Here's a shot. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Moves it to Walters. That knocks him off the puck. The Oldies will play it from the defensive zone. There's a collision with some authority. And that's intercepted by Ty. Passes it over. Heads to the back of the net. Takes it in front. Scores! The captain delivers!
You need multiple things to win hockey games, James. You need skill, but you need grit and grease, and that's exactly what he showed right there. He rolled up his sleeves, he got dirty, he won the 50-50 battle, and he took it to the net.
Helsinki's got to be feeling good about themselves now, making this a 1-goal game.
Bench is up and stiff taps all the way around, getting within 1 goal in the 3rd period. You know how important this face-off is to get possession and start attacking in the O-zone.
Here's a chance to the middle. Takes a shot, and he makes that save as well.
Well, that puck came hard and it came fast.
Scores! Well, that's number 2-pounder.
Yeah, he's been all over the puck tonight. He's feeling it. He's confident. You got to believe he's going to be looking for the hattie. This is a great defensive effort that leads to offense, James, and he's going to get an assist on. I love that he does because these plays are often missed. I mean, it's a poke check, anticipating where that play is going to be, and the puck goes the other way. I just love it because I'm a former defender, and we love when we got apples on this one.
Grabs the puck in the defensive zone. And he slides it quickly to Velez. They've got the defense outnumbered. Sends the puck across. Sends it over to LA. And that's broken up. Handles the pass at center. Bratislava's got the puck against the boards. Another hit. He will feel this one by the end of the night.
Tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly if he doesn't want to get banged again.
Looks to pass it to Velez. Backtracks with possession back inside the defensive zone. They've got numbers here. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Reads it perfectly and comes up with the takeaway. Let's see what the officials are calling. Velez may not like it, but a pretty cut and dry call for the officials for interference.
This is going to be an interference call, James, and she steps in the way of her opponent and just impedes that forward movement. Anytime you do that and the official's there, you're going to get the call.
Block shot.
Well, if you want to be on a PK, James, you have to know how to get in front of shots, and he does exactly that. Take taking away the threat.
Stop that one.
That's a fantastic sequence of saves there, James. He was so dialed in, he tracked it perfectly.
From their own end, trying to kickstart this power play. Bratislavas penalty killers get a hold of it. Here they come inside the neutral zone. Quick feed to Correa.
Velez is now standing ready to get back on the ice.
The Comets can't convert on the power play. Both sides are back to even strength.
Power plays have the opportunity to really dictate pace and change the momentum of the game, and this one didn't do any of it, James. Certainly frustrated as they head back to the bench.
Walters is taken down, and the officials are signaling for a penalty. Paredes going to the box for tripping.
It's always tough when one of your best PKers is in the penalty box. You saw that shorty earlier. He can be dangerous, but now he's sitting for two.
Takes the feed at the back end. Lets it fly. And that's wide of a net.
I would love them to clip this shot, James, and show it to every youth hockey player in the game. You know why? It's not about how hard it is. It's about whether it hits a net. It's accuracy and efficiency.
Here's a short pass to LA. And the puck skips out of the zone. They'll have to regroup. Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end. Along the half wall with the puck. That's just textbook positioning to break up the play. And he slides it quickly to LA. Shuts him down. Moves the puck. Helsinki's power play can take advantage. And you know what? A real blown opportunity to seize the momentum in this one.
Timing is everything, James. A critical moment of the game. You have a power play. You know how important it is, and you don't deliver. Real frustrating for the entire group. He's been chomping at the bit all game long. Just look at his highlight pack. Multiple scoring chances here. Finally edges it out and finds the back of the net. But you got to look at him and say, listen, he didn't get frustrated. His coaches, his teammates are certainly going to applaud him for his efforts in this one. He's had a solid game and finally gets rewarded.
Here's a shot. Scores! And there's the hat trick, and this place is silent.
Well, he's licking his chops when he goes on the road, hey, James, and he gets his hattie. I mean, he's been feeling it, but when he's on the road, he's something else. Well, he's just a master at the seeing eye shot. His head is up the whole way, but he has perfect timing, recognizing where the screen is and knowing that the goaltender will not be able to track the shot.
Helsinki's moving it along the wing. Huge steal in his own end. And that's poked away by Ty. Quick feed down low. Big hit on the play, and there's the whistle. As it looks like the pane of glass is broken.
Well, the good thing is, James, that the glass doesn't shatter like it used to, and they can just replace the pane, but they'll have to do that because everything is about safety first.
Helsinki's running out of time. They need to find a goal here quickly as they trail late in the third. Walters wins the defensive zone faceoff. Helsinki's looking to break out. And just hitting the final minute now in regulation of this blowout. Gives them a jolt with that hit. Devastating hit, and what a jolt of energy for the bench, too. There's the physical side. Helsinki's on the attack. Bratislavas got a hold of the puck now. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Breakaway! Scores! Oh, wow! That's how you finish a breakaway!
Yeah, no double pumping on this one. He knew exactly what he was going to do, saw the daylight, and took it, James, for the finish. Just loved his execution on this breakaway, James, and a lot of it comes from trusting and letting the instincts come to you. Not overthinking it, not over-trying, but letting the game come to you, and he does that in this situation, and he fills the net.
Oh, she lowers the boom!
And it always amazes me how quickly she closes on her opponent, James, and then she lowers it, and she finished right through her.
Scores! Another one, and listen to these fans now, Cheryl. They don't like it one bit.
Oh, they don't like it, James. It is ugly inside the building. You couldn't get anything going on the ice, and even harder when your own fans are booing.
Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. Walters wins the draw at center
The oldies won the last tilt between these rivals. Paredes one to watch tonight. He had a huge offensive game the last time he played them. Rempe's physicality overshadowed the fact he had a number of assists last time. This should be an outstanding matchup between two teams that quite simply don't like each other. It's ready to go next. Great energy both inside and outside the arena tonight as we are just moments away now from puck drop. And they've got this first period started here. Strong use of the body to force the puck loose. Moves it quickly over to Pareda. Delayed penalty coming up here by the official. And he loses control here. Steps into the offensive end. Feeds it to Pareda. Delayed penalty. Goaltenders at the bench. They've got the extra attacker out there. Whistle blows, stopping the play. Rempe's going off for interference.
It's going to be an interference call, and trust me, James, I know what he's trying to do here. You're trying to slow up your opponent, give your team opportunity to get to that puck first, but he holds on a little too long, so he's going to the sin bin.
Here's a chance to clear the puck from his own end. And they clear the defensive zone. And he takes the pass. From the point, looks to make something happen. Dishes it off. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Oh, and a great heads-up play to force the turnover by Melez. Big time stop there. Oh, huge open ice hit.
You want to send a message to your opponent early in the game, and that early delivery of a bone-crushing hit, that does just that.
Scores! Let's go! And on the heels of that goal, he continues that point-a-game streak against this squad.
Well, he uses the emotion of these rivalry series games to his advantage here, doesn't he? And he elicits a ton of skill when he gets this puck off. But most importantly, James, is what he means to this team right now. I mean, every time he's on the ice, he's getting puck touches, and he's finding ways to put it to the net.
Trying to scores! I got two words for you. New day.
Yeah, it certainly is, James. And who's going to come out on top by the beginning of this face-off? You want to be able to get that puck in the offensive zone and find a way to continue to attack.
Backshaw's got that goal back. They conceded it. Look at how early we are here in this first.
Well, yeah, and I'm impressed here, James. I mean, it's not easy to respond after a quick goal is scored against you to start the game, and they find a way to do it. They know it's a long runway, but they want to make sure they get to their game quickly, and they did it.
Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Centering pass in front. He scores! What a goal!
He's going to finish this play, but I love how he starts it. It's all with a loose puck battle, and you have to have the tenacity and the fight within you to win this battle. It ain't easy when you got a defender right on you, but you figure it out, you power out, and you take it to the net.
On the attack, they come down the right wing. Fires it. They tie it up. They tie it up with the goal.
Oh, that is huge, James. They were behind in this one, but they were always focused on the next step. And when you do that, you're able to look at what's ahead of you, not what's behind you. And they get the equalizer for their efforts.
The Vikings get it back to even Steven here in period number one.
Yeah, and halfway through the period, you know, they find their legs. You can certainly tell that they've found their mojo a little bit here, and they're able to get on the board. You got to trust the process in these games. If you can play consistent, you'll get your high looks.
On the left side, he moves it up ahead.
Well, he's definitely not at 100%, really banged up out there, but he wants to continue to compete, James. He's not looking to get off.
And now he tries to get it across to Pareda. Broken up in the neutral zone by Rempe. Handles the pass. Quick possession along the wall. Back to the point he goes. Fantastic save! Bratislava's moving the puck through center ice. They've got numbers here. Sends it in front, and he denies that great opportunity there. Oh, and another save!
What a sequence. I mean, he has been outstanding making consecutive saves. I mean, his defense, they got to start playing.
He got all of that one. Grabs the puck. Backshaw's got it in their own zone. And he sidesteps the check there. Loses the coverage there. Scores! And that's 3. It's a hat trick here on the road.
Well, old hat for him in a way because it's a business-like approach as he's on the road. He just says, yeah, just bring it. I mean, gets a hattie to boot. Let's have another look on the replay here, James. I thought that he had the post covered, but he clearly did not. There was just enough room to slide that puck in the inside post.
Backshaw's jumped ahead by 1 here in the back half of the opening period.
That goal-ahead goal should give him a real shot in the arm, a boost of energy, James, as they finally get rewarded for their shots to net. I love their puck pursuit. It has been outstanding in this game. If they can continue that and continue with the momentum, you got to feel and believe that they're going to get another one.
More than half the frame has been played here. The Vikings are hanging on to this 1-goal lead. They'd love to add another. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw.
Center bears down on that bottom hand, a clean win, and you can see them all setting up, looking to attack the net against this tired group.
Oh, flashes the leather to get a piece of it. Takes the pass. Whiffs on that. Bratislava's got a hold of it against the wall. Puck picked up by Velez. Moved up ahead after a nice pass from the right wing. Scores! And that's 3 unanswered goals. And as my mom likes to say, they're cooking with gas.
They're cooking with gas. And you can expect that they have put their opponents on their heels. This is a team that knows that they have worn their opponent down. Now they got to keep the pedal to the metal.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Vikings now lead by 2. Slides the puck over. The Oldies have it against the wall. Now he slides it up to Pareda. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Slides the puck up to the left side. Feeds it over. Feed to the middle. He scores! What a play!
Well, this is an unlucky bounce, James. I mean, when you're a goaltender, you play your angles, you know your set positions, but you can't get set in a scramble like this, and it winds up in the back of the net.
And there's a little boost from off the wing as the centers were tied up there. The Oldies take possession in the defensive end. Inside the final minute of the first here. And there we go. Icing is the call. Backshaw's put a lot of pucks on net, and they continue to lead late in the first. The Vikings win the draw, and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Brilliant save, read it perfectly. Sends a pass over. Wow, she may have just prevented a goal.
Well, that's a huge block, taking away a grade A scoring chance, but you have to have courage and a willingness to get in front of it.
Hey, a lot of people excited as this opening period comes to an end. One of the all-time great rock acts from the 80s getting set to play here for these fans. And we'll catch our breath. Back with more in a moment.
Welcome back, everybody. Cheryl is full of popcorn now as we get set for period number 2. High-scoring affair, setting the tone for the first 20. Let's see if we can keep up here in period number 2. All right, Cheryl, let's get back to work here for a moment. We've already played a period in this one. What do you make of what you've seen?
Backshaw's got a majority of the shots in this high-scoring affair, James. I mean, they're getting offense from almost everywhere in their lineup.
Pass in front, and it's blocked. The Vikings scoop it up along the boards. Gets a hold of the puck here at his own end. Puck hops out of the offensive zone. They'll be forced to do it over from center. Slides it across. What a steal in his own end. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Drills him. And he takes the feed. Uses the force on that hit. And they send it right back to him. Passes it in front. Oh, what a chance. And they stand on the puck. And now he moves it to Velez. Here's a pass to the middle. It scores. What an opportunity. It delivers. Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. We've got a tie game. Backshaw's got possession of the puck after that neutral zone faceoff. Takes the feed. The Vikings take it along the wall. Just a crushing hit. Oh, he had a beat, but it goes off the inside post.
I love offense, James. I never really provided any, and I would have missed this one. But right in there on the tender and isn't able to get it in the foot.
They score! A clutch goal gives them the lead.
Well, it's very timely, isn't it, James? To give them the lead and also the confidence that they've shown these past few shifts led to that opportunity. Oh, is he ever dialed in on that one, James? He's fallen to the ice and still shows his skill set and his puck pursuit as he's able to get a shot off while he's falling. And he executes, and everyone is going nuts. They know what he just did. That's an effort play.
Quick pass to Pareda. Moves the puck down low. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Oh, one of his teammates was right in the shooting lane there. Bratislava's got it now. And rings the iron.
Bratislava is starting to generate more chances. This is exactly what you want. When the game is close, you have to find a way to get it back to equal. This one goes off the pipe, but they can't get frustrated. Just continue to pump away and generate those opportunities.
And he takes the feed. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Brempy's lugging the puck. Hard hit, sends her down to the ice and frees the puck. Bratislava's got it along the wall. Blocker saved by the goalkeeper. And he takes the dish. The Oldies have it now. Moves it to Pareda. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Oh, and some smooth skip. All alone! Oh, beautiful save in the play!
And you gotta love these one-on-one battles. In particular, the goaltender so aggressive, tracks the puck and makes the save.
Great stop by the goaltender off the glove. The Oldies move to the offensive zone. Backshaw's got possession of the puck. There's a hit on the play. Tries to get the puck over to Pareda. Penalty coming up. Passes it over. Oh, he rocked him.
Oh, that's gotta feel terrible, James. I mean, he finished his hit right through his check. Well, the penalty killers are gonna have to be the task on this one, protecting that one-goal lead.
The Vikings don't like it, but they'll serve two in the penalty box.
Well, this is a critical juncture of the game. You've got the one-goal lead, and now you take a penalty. The PK unit has to be the task and kill this off. Well, with earlier success on the power play, I think they'll operate in the same fashion, James, in that 1-3-1 setup where they look to work through the flanks because you know they've got some lethal shooters on this team.
Quick pass to Velez. Avoids the poke check. She handles the pass. And that pass is redirected.
Bratislava's got it from behind the net. Moving into the attacking zone. Feeds it over. And that's a great defensive heads-up to force the turnover. The Vikings kill off the penalty. Got to give their shorthanded unit a lot of credit.
Well, often in hockey we say timing is everything, and when you're down by a goal and you have an opportunity on the power play, you have to cash in, and the whole bench knows that that was a missed opportunity.
We've played not one, but 2 periods now tonight. It's a chance to go grab that final snack. Go stretch your legs, because a big third period is just around the corner. Welcome back to EA Sports. The final frame looms here as the officials set to drop the puck on period number 3. It has been an offensive fireworks display here tonight, and I would expect it to continue here in the third. All right, Cheryl, how do you sum up what we've watched so far tonight?
Bratislava has had a strong 40 minutes of play, but it can be frustrating when you've been dominating possession and you look up at the scoreboard and you're trailing in the third period. You got to stay the course, continue to dominate that possession time, but figure out ways to get to the interior, not just hang out, be influenced to the outside. You got to get inside and make it count.
Takes the feed.
Beretta's had the magic touch tonight, James, and he has 3 points in the game, but the puck possession and the poise and patience been incredible tonight.
Bratislava's got the puck in the corner. Taken along the wall by Keith. Through the offensive zone and behind the net now. Shoots it on net. Scores! Rips it off the pipe and into the net. Wow!
Almost needed a double take there, James. When you hear that sound, sometimes you think it's out, but this one goes in. It's amazing an emotional charge and what it can do for your team, in particular when someone who scores it does the dirty work. They work hard, they're courageous in their play, and they exhibit the intangible.
We're still in the early stages of this period. It's all tied up. Backshaw's going to start off with the puck here in the neutral zone after winning that faceoff. Handles the puck. Bratislava's got it from behind the net. Lays into the body. Dumped into the opposite corner. Backshaw's got the puck along the boards. The Oldies take possession here in the open ice. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Here's a chance, sends it in front. And that goes off a stick and off target. Stoppage in play, offside the call.
Well, he's been around it all night long and finally converts after multiple opportunities in this game. You got to like the dynamic element to his game, his ability to use his hands to get to the net here, James. But finally is able to convert. You can see that frustration just leaves him right now in his body language.
Backshaw's won the draw in the neutral zone. Moves it around along the half wall. There's the whistle. Let's see what the referee saw. Velez will go sit for a pair for boarding.
Well, that's going to be a boarding call. It's a physical hit along the wall, but once you see the numbers, you got to find a way to slow down.
The
Canes get their man advantage unit out there for the first time tonight.
Well, with their first power play of the game, you don't have to worry about getting in. It's already in there, but you do have to worry about winning the face-off, the most critical piece to possessing the puck. Once they get that possession, they can get the setup and the options that they want.
Turns it away on the slap shot.
But when you're on, James. And just look at a highlight reel of the hat-trick that he's had tonight. I mean, he does it different ways where that puck is on his stick. He has found his way to the net, and he's converted 3 times tonight. I mean, you just have to get the puck to him. You know, the coach and all his teammates are saying, get it over to him. He's going to put it in.
They'll get set to drop the puck as this power play continues. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Oh, tremendous reflexes as he turns aside the one-timer. Wow! And we've got an offside with a face-off looming. Paredes gliding in for the face-off as this penalty kill will continue. Bratislava's won it. The oldies play it along the boards. Bakshaw's got the puck along the wall. And he dodges the poke check there. Makes the save with the glove.
Esbjorns makes an incredible save from the slot area. That's a beauty. I wasn't sure if he was going to get to it, James, but he sure did.
Scores! And they've gone in front thanks to the power play goal.
Well, it's all about manipulating the PK, and that's what they did so well to take advantage of that opportunity. Well, these are the types of goals that create a ton of energy up and down the bench, James, because it's about hounding pucks for retrieval, but also having the presence of mind to get the stick on puck and put it to the net. Great goal.
The Vikings needed that in a big way. They now have the lead here in this third period.
Well, it's been a back-and-forth game. It's really been neck and neck, and although I felt like they dictated the pace in this third period, it's about continuing to press and really try to smother their opponent.
Grabs it in his own end. And they move the puck out of harm's way. Bratislava's got it in their own zone. Tosses it to Rempe. Takes the feed at center. Oh, and a big-time hit on the play.
Well, and it's another hit. I mean, how many times is that now, James? He's going to continue to be a target if his head is down.
The oldies move it ahead. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Receives the pass. Puck scooped up by Keith. Oh, wide of the net. Bratislava's got the puck along the wall.
Well, this game looks like it's going right down to the wire, James, and one of the most important things to do now is make sure...
Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home. The coach is going to love this play, this goal, and it's going to go right back to the start of it because you have to get the puck. So everything is about retrieval and recovery. Well, she's the reason that the puck is able to get to her teammate's stick. I mean, with that contact, she has perfectly executed it to be able to get defense to offense.
Here's a chance to make something happen inside the neutral zone. The goalie's best friend comes up big again as it goes off the outside of the frame.
Bratislava's players getting a little frustrated. They need a little puck luck as well as they just railed a number of them off the post.
Passes on over to Velez. Quick feed to Pareda. Skates to the crease. Scores! The go-ahead goal!
Well, the game is all about timing here, James, and now they're in front, so these next 2 shifts are critical. They want to play with a ton of energy and keep their opponent guessing. Well, this goal has it all. I mean, you have to shake your defender, which is not easy to do, but it's power, it's explosiveness, and then the recognition that you created the lane for yourself. I love it from start to finish. That's a tremendous goal.
Bratislava's on their way to victory if they can hold down this lead through the rest of the third.
Well, it's all about game management, but they can't just sit back and hold on. Otherwise, their opponent, they will look to attack, and they will take advantage. Put them back on their heels. Be in the offensive zone where they can't get an opportunity to attack you.
Goes right to the crease. Oh, just all on a save of the play. Whoa!
He's doing absolutely everything he can to keep his team in this game, James. Unbelievable save.
Bratislava's got the puck. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. And offside, we'll get a reset here.
Loretta's been padding the stats tonight, and it's all been earned. I mean, when that puck is on his stick, he's creating both time and space. And when he's going to the net, 6 on the ice, the game's all about habits in the offensive zone, and he's showing all of them right now.
Batchel's won the draw. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Takes the puck. Moves the puck behind the net. Sends the pass over. Batchel's got the puck against the half wall. Bratislava's gained possession along the boards. Oh, look at this chance. Oh, what a tangle. Oh, what a glove save. Did he ever grab that one? Drives to the paint. And he elects to explore his options. Here's the whistle as the puck goes into the back of the net, but I think they're going to call this off as the play was blown dead beforehand. That's all she wrote from this one. Bratislava's the better team tonight. They did come away with the win, but I'll tell you what, they had to work for this one.
Well, listen, every game shifts in the momentum from one side to the other, and in this one, I thought that they managed those flows better. You know, when they had their lulls, they were able to get out of it and create some momentum.
lots of hits and even had a goal the last time he played them. Based on how last game played out between these two sides, you knew the rematch was going to be hot, and it happens next. Two teams looking starved for a win, and we are set to go. You know, talking to both teams before this one, they both wanted it. Let's see who wants it more as we are underway. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Corey's ready to go on the attack. A little back and forth. Here's a shot, and he easily stops that one.
I'd say he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
Slides it across. Oh, what a great glove save on the play.
Romo's dialed in right now. Just have a look at that last save. I mean, he had to be moving extremely well in his crease to be able to get position to make that save.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. Still no score in this one. Swoops in off the wing to scores! And look at that! They are quickly on the board, and the crowd is going, what happened?
Well, if only it started that way all the time, exactly the way the coach would have drawn it up, but you certainly want to dictate pace when you are on the road, and you want to take the crowd out of it early. What a shot. Top shelf stick side. Real difficult for the goaltender to make this save. But he drops a little bit early, and that just gives a little bit of leeway to the shooter.
She takes the feed. Oh, that's tremendous poise in the defensive end to break off the pass. Takes the pass from the boards. The Oldies gain possession in their own end. Moves the puck to Pareda. On the attack along the boards. Oh, and he reaches out with the glove save. Wow!
I love this power move to the net. I'm going to call it driving the line. You want to manipulate your opponent so they have to turn, and that's exactly what happens. She wins the battle to the space, just doesn't connect on the finish.
At center ice now. He grabs the puck. Broken up by Maggio. Passes ahead from the right side. And he rings the post!
Corey's been getting closer to the net and getting better looks. That one goes off the pipe. This game is close. They can get another one. They can get right back in it.
Moves the puck over to Strombolopolis. The Oldies will play it in their own end. Oh, a violent collision in the open ice.
Some players get into the game by physically engaging early. There's a fine line there, but that was executed perfectly.
Bratislava's got the puck in the defensive end. Offside the call, will get a reset.
Well, I love this hit here, James, trailing in the game because it provides energy. It provides a spark. But he's trying to elicit response from the rest of his team because if all of a sudden they come out there and shift after shift, they start to impose their physical will, they're going to create momentum, and momentum can carry them back into this game.
Slides it across to Maggio. Rocked him in the open ice. Plays the puck up ahead. The Oldies played along the wing. Lugs the puck into the corner of the offensive zone. Oh, they got thunderstruck.
Yeah, I love the way he encroaches on his opponent along the boards here. James just lined up perfectly and then is able to elicit that massive hit.
And it's a quick pass to Velez. Long jam in front. That's broken up. Bratislava's got the puck against the boards.
Beretta's been feeling it, James. He got the go-ahead goal, and now the puck's on his stick.
And now he moves it quickly to Velez.
If you can put a couple of these shifts together, you have your opponent on their heels, but you have to find a way to convert and drive the net.
How did he stop that one?
Wow, James, I mean, not everyone can elicit a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
Past the halfway mark of this period, the Oldies lead it 1-0. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Strombolopolis setting up against the wall. Stopped by the goaltender. Bratislava's got a hold of the puck. And that pass goes off a stick. Corey's got a hold of the puck now. Laying the body. Look at this from an awkward spot. Dismissed that chance.
Well, the game has changed so much. It's so fast, and the athletes are so strong. I mean, the training that you have to undergo, whether it's in the gym or it's functional, you know that these guys are constantly working in small space areas, working on their games, working on their legs. Their foundation, the lower half, is so critical, and this is a perfect example.
Passes it over. Nice poke check on her part. Off a stick, and they can't connect. They've got some momentum here. Here's the pass. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. Moves the puck. And there's the save. Bratislava's looking to break out. Now a quick pass to Pereira. Here they come on the attack. Sends the pass down low. Rocks them into the boards. And that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Takes a blast. There's the buzzer. 20 minutes in the books. Second period just around the corner. Opening face-off here in the second period is about set to go. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. All right, Pounder, how would you assess this game through the first 20 minutes played?
Corey's had a slow start to this game, James. They're going to have to pick it up in terms of possession time. They're getting...
And we're all tied up!
Yeah, we are, James, and you can certainly feel them coming, couldn't you? I mean, the energy was starting to shift, and they get rewarded with that goal.
Well, and after that last goal, we're starting to see a recurring theme here with you-know-who.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a point-per-game player against this rival opponent, James, and every time he gets the puck, he just seems to make things happen. He plays with a new sense of urgency every time he's faced with this opponent.
Good stand-up hit in the play. Through center along the wing. Bratislava's got a hold of it against the wall. Here they come. Play is called for offside. Lots of time left in this period. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Takes control of the puck. There's the whistle icing the call. Face-off looming as both centers get into position. Oh, and he takes possession of the puck from off the wing with the centers all locked up there off the draw. Odd man rush. Great save from in tight.
He does a great job of having sound positional play based on where the puck is in that low inner spot. And he makes himself big, takes away the holes, and makes the save.
And he takes the pass. Moves it to the middle. Scores! What a finish on the play.
This is a prime example of seizing your opportunity and executing, because listen, when you're in your own zone, you got to weather the storm. That's exactly what happens here, and they get the opportunity when the puck goes the other way. They capitalize, they execute because of their defense.
You know, partner, when we usually talk to players and ask them if they knew about a certain stat, they always kind of play naive, right? Like, oh, I didn't realize that. I think he knows that he has scored against them consecutively, time after time after time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and if he says he doesn't, he's lying, right? I mean, he knows.
I agree.
This is a rivalry series. This is a heated matchup. matchup. It is a bloodbath out there. He
scores! And there's the hat trick. 3 is the magic number.
It's a magic number. He's doing everything he can to take the crowd out of this one as he's with the away team, but he's been dominated, playing really confident all night long. This is why coaches tell you all the time that you have to initiate contact to separate the player from puck. And it's not easy to do. It's a tough, powerful, physical game. He does it, though, and he gets rewarded with the goal at the other end.
Cuts into the paint. Corey's got possession of the puck. And he passes it up ahead to Strombopoulos. Reads it perfectly in the defensive end. Rocked him to his teammate. He scores!
Some really great puck movement and speed through the neutral zone to gain that possession on entry, James. And then it's all about drive and attack. They take advantage of the numerical advantage, and they bury it.
Corey's now changed the complexion of this game after that goal.
No longer chasing the game. They're just within striking distance. That's one goal, and sometimes your opponent, the stick can get a little heavier tight when they know that you're one away. But it's the shooting, the completeness to this game. Real creative in the offensive zone and rewarded right there.
Here's a short pass to Strombopoulos. And that's a great heads-up in the defensive zone to force the turnover. Gives it right back.
Beretta's had a great game offensively, James. He's been all over the ice, really buzzing around. The reason why he's got 3 points.
Tiemanen's got the puck in his own zone. Delayed penalty coming up here. There's the whistle, and here's the call. The Oldies are off to the box. Interference the call.
Up by 1, and you take a penalty, applying some pressure to the PK unit here as the power play has an opportunity to get the equalizer.
Corey's won the faceoff at center. Moves the puck along the half wall. Huge steal in his own end. Handles the pass. The Oldies have it from the corner. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Can't maintain possession after that hit. Denies him! Bratislava's got a chance to work the transition game now shorthanded. And they clear that puck. Sends a pass in front. Great defensive heads-up play to pick it off. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Dishes it off. He grabs the puck here at the point. No goals on the power play, and they still trail by 1. Pokes it away in his own end. Steps into all of that. Great hit on the play.
Well, he's having a tough time out there, James. You can see it on his face. He's really laboring and fighting to stay in the play.
Scoops up the puck here. Sends it down low. Jabs the puck away. Quick feed down low. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Right on the doorstep. Here's a centering pass. Another pass. And it carries off a twig in front of the net. Nice feed at center, moves up ahead now. Corey's looking to break out of their own end. Here they come on the rush. Takes the puck at the point. Oh, he targeted his opponent and delivers a perfect hip check. Sends it out front, and that's intercepted. Bratislava's gained possession along the boards. Moves it quickly over to Pareda. Poked away in the defensive end. And that brings the second period to an end. Both teams will go back to their rooms and get a quick breather. Well, man, there's a lot of fans looking forward to this intermission action coming up here. Fun entertainment in store, and we've got the third period coming up in moments. crowds are buzzing. Teams are gliding into position here for the start of the third. Here we go. Put up or shut up for both teams here in this third period. We are underway. Well, Pounder, we've played more than 40 minutes now in this one. How do you view things?
Corey's not going to be able to get back in this game if they sit on the perimeter and they continue to chase the game, James. They've got to be urgent on it. They've got to hound pucks, and they got to get going north. But when they do, they have to have an attack mentality. They've been sitting back all game. They've been flat, and they're lucky. They're fortunate that they're still in this game.
Can't pull the trigger. What a steal in his own end. Picked up along the wall by Maggio. And that's just out of reach. The oldies have it against the wall. Pushes it across to Pareda. Feeds it over. Tiemanen's taking it from his own end. He got all of that hit. Scooped up along the wall by Tiemann. Quick pass to Maggio. Things starting to get a little physical out there. Puck picked up in the open ice. And that plays offside. We got a face-off coming up.
Pareda's had the hot hand tonight here, James. He's got the hat-trick. He's on the score sheet 3 times right now and just doing whatever it takes to get it done, firing on all cylinders. I'm going to love to see his shooting efficiency after this game. You know that it's certainly elevated, and his entire team is just saying, get him the puck.
Nice job tying up his opponent. There's the whistle. We got an offside. Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. 3-2 is where we're sitting. Corey's won the draw in the neutral zone. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Pass out front. Oh, and that goes just off the side of the net. In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. Corey's got to be frustrated with how things have played out tonight, trailing in this third period. They take possession as he locks them up off the faceoff and sends it just out of reach. We've got icing on the play. Faceoff coming up. Both teams are set. We'll drop the puck here. Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. Corey's got a hold of the puck now. Takes the pass. Grabs it with the glove. Goaltender covers up and we'll get a face-off. Stroumboulopoulos wins the offensive zone face-off, and here we go. Puck knocked loose after that hit. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Slides the puck over. He tries to tuck it in. Turned away on the wraparound. Oh, what a great reactionary stop there.
Reactionary is right, James. He knew exactly where the shooter was going and a strong push across to be able to make that save.
Moves it to Pareda. From point blank. And they score. Bratislava's been the better team tonight, Cheryl. Look at this. They've got the extra goal now here late in this third.
Yeah, and that's a huge goal, James, right? It gives you the extra cushion. It's kind of an insurance marker. You know they're going to try and pull their tender late in the third. So now you got a little more breathing room in this one.
Here's a chance to get it out of their own end. And we'll reset things after that icing. Corey's had countless shots throughout the night, but they still find themselves behind the 8 ball here in period number 3. Bratislava's got it, and they're on the attack.
The pressure's on the defensive side of the puck, but they win it clean, and they have an opportunity right away with a tired group that they're playing against.
Oh, look at this. Excellent stick work on the play. Bratislava's got it in their own zone. Coughs it up at center. Makes his presence known on the ice. And he gets in front of that. Here we go, one-man rush. Here's a chance behind his own end. And he slides it quickly to Strobelopoulos. Takes a shot. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
I love how aggressive he plays the shooter on the inner slot here, James. He knows that he's got to take away the net, so he gets out and challenges to make the save.
Bratislavas regained possession of the puck. Clearing attempt. And we'll get a face-off after the puck hops into the bench. They'll look to maintain the momentum with this offensive zone face-off.
This is game management and attack mentality, recognizing that there's an icing and your opponent is vulnerable. Put the puck to the net, the goaltender's gas, take away his eyes.
Bratislavas got the puck inside the defensive zone. Grabs it in his own end. Sends a pass over. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Bratislavas got the puck in their own end. Nearing the final 60 seconds in this one. From his own end, he picks up the puck. Corey's on the attack. Quick feed to Strobelopoulos. Good heads-up play in the defensive zone. Here's a short pass to Velez. From point blank. Denies him in close.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And I mean, he's bailing.
Scores! Corey's goal has suddenly tightened the gap here in period number 3.
Well, they're within one, James, and it's not enough right now, so they're going to have to continue to counter, transition quickly, but most importantly, retrieve the puck. That is critical to be able to possess it.
Angles it over to Maggio. Strobelopoulos plays the puck. Picks up the puck. Rocks him on the play. And that caroms off a body in traffic. Scores! And that one going off the defender for an own goal.
It really looked like she was just trying to clear the puck. I think she had a little more time than she thought, and she just wires it past her own tender.
Officials are in position, and both teams are getting ready as they get set for another face-off here. And they take possession. Nice job tangling him up on the draw. A game of inches, and he puts it off the outside of the post. And there's the buzzer, bringing regulation time to an end. Still tied up. We've got overtime in moments. Officials are ready to drop the puck here in overtime. Tension, anticipation, it's all happening. It's overtime, and it's underway. Oh, and a smart heads-up play. Corey's got the puck along the board. Directs it on over to the game on the line. In on a breakaway. And a nice save there as play continues. The oldies move the puck in the defensive zone. Icing is the call. We'll get a reset.
Maggio's puck possession has been outstanding tonight, and anytime he's had the puck on his stick, he's made things happen, and that's a sign of a great hockey player, because it's also a sign of good IQ. He knows how to scan, he knows how to process, he takes what's given in terms of distribution, but also not afraid to shoot the puck. I love the layers to his game, James, the reason he's got multiple points tonight.
Puck leaves the offensive end. They'll be forced to do it again. Gets control of the puck here in his own end. Moves it quickly over to Maggio. Into the corner of the attacking area. Oh, he gets in front of that to make a great save. Oh, making his presence felt with a hit. He's off the one-timer. And a great save.
You see goaltenders working with traffic in practice all of the time, and the goaltender is able to find this because he's dialed in, his eyes are on the puck, and he doesn't lose sight of it.
Long lead pass up the center. Great positioning in the defensive end. She handles the feed. Oh, great little takeaway at center. Strombolopoulos has the puck against the half wall. And it's kicked away. And someone's going off here as the ref's hand goes high in the air. Whistle blows, stopping the play. Velez will serve two for interference.
Well, such a tough penalty to take in overtime when the pressure is on, James. Now they've got to try to survive this and extend the game.
And he takes the feed. The Oldies will play it from the defensive zone. Into the offensive end now. There's another hit on the play.
He's going to feel terrible tomorrow, James. Over and over again, he's been throttled.
And there we go. Icing is the call.
When it's overtime, it's no holds barred. You got to find a way to get it done, and you're willing to do everything and anything, including sacrificing your body. That is a massive hit, and it's greatly appreciated by the bench.
Power play set to roll on as the centers get ready for the faceoff. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Here's a chance in front. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. Bratislava's got it in their own zone. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Puck ready to drop here any moment to get things underway again. Bratislava's won the draw. Corey's power play fails to capitalize in OT.
When that call was made, James, the PK unit looked deflated, and then the power play goes out there and does that in overtime? Oh, that's a frustrating one.
And some textbook body contact there. Slides it across. Corey's got the puck along the wall. Takes the feed. Oh, that's how you do it. She drops the hip check, and oh, wow. And it's poked away in the neutral zone. Nice heads-up play there. Shakes off the coverage. Picks up the puck in his own end. Passes it to Pareda. Here's a feed in front. Oh, and they couldn't complete that. Puck moved over to Timonen. Solid check to slow him down. Oh, a thunderous hit. You might... A chance to win it. Oh, that's a great shot block there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's grade A scoring chance, and you want to make sure that you get in front of that one, and he did. He gets all of it.
Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Strombolopoulos works the puck in his own zone. Maggio's going to play it against the half wall. Taken by Pareda. Passes out front. Picked off in front. Timonen's got it in the defensive end. Grabs control of it at the point. Grabbed along the boards by Maggio. Thunderous collision along the wall. Quick pass to Pareda. Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. Oh, off the iron. Bratislava's got the puck in the defensive end. Tries to feed it over to Velez. The Oldies will play the puck from behind their own net. Great feed from the left side. And he moves it up to Strombolopoulos. Good hit. We got a whistle offside to call.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
See if we can pick up some momentum again here as a face-off is ready to go. Corey's going to start off with the puck here in the neutral zone after winning that face-off. And he takes the feed. Along the half wall with the puck. Bratislava's got possession of the puck. And he slides it quickly to Velez. Cuts inside. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Maggio. And the extended stick ends that one. There's the buzzer. Do you still like your overtime pick? Because you've got time to change it. We'll get a clean sheet of ice and come back with more here on EA Sports. One will win, one will lose. Overtime will tell the story. Sudden death overtime, and it rolls on here now. Bratislava's got the puck. Good stand-up hit. Across the line.
Oh, he gets hit again.
Well, this is a tough enough game as it is, but if you have your head down, you are going to get